everybody! How are you guys feeling today? Welcome to another fun lesson with mathematics. I'm Puyi, your tutor for Year 5 Mathematics from iTTV. Now, boys and girls, can you tell me, what did we learn in the previous lesson? It was division and problem solving. We solved questions, stories, and problems, and we used the operation division. Very good. I gave you some questions to try out in the previous lesson. Have you finished all of them? Got your answers ready, boys and girls? Now let's check the answer. The first question. At a book fair recently, 8,540 visitors came to visit the event in a week. If the number of visitors for each day is the same, how many visitors came in on Wednesday? Understand the question first. In 1 week, how many visitors do we have? 8,540. So, the question wants us to find for Wednesday, which is 1 day out of 7 days in a week. So, we can write it as such. 8,540 divided by 7. That will give us the number of visitors for each day, and Wednesday is a day from a week. Now, the answer will be 1,220 visitors. I hope you've gotten the correct answer. Now, move along now to question number 2. 23 times r equals 15,640. What is the value of r? Okay, now can you tell me, multiplication and division, how are they related? It's the inverse of one another. So, to get r, we just take 15,640 divided by 23. That will give you the answer as 680. Just work it out in a long division form. If you've gotten the wrong answer, just check the working again. Check against the number that you see on the screen. Did you multiply correctly? Did you subtract correctly? If you have, you should be able to get the answer as 680. Now, the final question that I gave you was 86,520 cars passed through a toll booth on the highway in an hour. How many cars passed through each minute? Now, can you tell me how many minutes are there in an hour? 60. Very good. Now, so we know that in an hour, which is 60 minutes, 86,520 cars passed through. Now, the question wants to know how many cars passed through in 1 minute. So, we use division again. So, we take 86,520 cars, divide by 60, and that will give you 1,442 cars. This is the amount of cars that passed through in 1 minute. Okay, boys and girls, now let's go on to the lesson for today. Attention! Okay, boys and girls, today our new lesson will be mixed operation. Right, now mixed operation, boys and girls, pretty fun, right, with the whistle? Okay, mixed operation is a question when we use two or more operations together. For example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Sometimes we mix them together. That's when we do mixed operation. Okay, here are some tips and clues to help you. Whenever you see a question with addition and subtraction together, okay, these two are related, right? They are the inverse of one another. So when you see addition and subtraction together, you go! Okay, now I have prepared some questions for you to get warmed up on mixed operation. Take a look at the first one. 3,458 plus 12,590 minus 8,439. Okay, boys and girls, do you realize what operations do we use here? Plus and minus. So when you see plus and minus, they're related, right? So what do? Go! Now we can solve it from left to right. So the question gives us 3, 4, 5, 8 plus, what's that? 1, 2, 5, 9, 0 minus 8, 4, 3, 9. And what is it? Now, just proceed to solve from left to right. So I'm going to add it together. 3,458 plus, what is this? 12,000. Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, thousands together. 590 plus 9 and 5, 14. 1 over here. 5 and 5, 10. 6, 1 minus, what is this? 8,000. Okay, 1,000. This 10,000. This 1,000, right? So we place it here. Be careful. And 439. Now we minus 8. No, we can't. We have to trade. 18 minus 9. 9. 0. Trade again. 10 minus 4. 6. 15. So that gives us the final answer as 7,609. Okay, now let's try the second one to see if you can get it right. 335 divided by 25 times 100. Okay, what operations do we have here? Divide and multiply. Are they related to each other? Yes. So what do? Go! Just proceed to solve it from left to right. Okay. Now let's try. Let's write out the question. 335 divided by 25 times 100 equals. Okay, when we have divide and times together, we can actually write it in a fraction form. It looks like this. Write the number first. And when you have a number being divided, you write it at the bottom as the denominator. Times 100. Put it at the top. Times 100. Okay? Now, remember in the previous lesson, we have learned that we can cancel off the top and bottom. Okay? 100 divided by 25, what do you have? 4. Okay? So, if we divide the top and bottom by 25, we have 1. Over here we have 4. So, it's 335 times 4. Okay, now let's solve this. 335 times 4, what do we have? Can you tell me? 5 times 4? 20. 3 and 4 plus 2? 14. This is 13. So, our answer is 1,340. Okay, pretty simple, right? Now, what if we have plus or minus mixed together with multiply or divide? These two are not related. So, we cannot go. We have to stop. When you see mixed operations like this that are not related being put together, you have to stop. And remember this formula that is called BODMAS. BODMAS stands for brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. When you remember BODMAS, it will help you to solve the question. Now, I will give you a question to try out to see how we shall apply BODMAS to solve it. Let's take a look at the question. 98,312 minus 50 times 210. Okay, now we have minus and times over here. So we cannot go. We have to stop and remember our formula, which is BODMAS. brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now let's use that to solve our question. Okay. Now, write down the question first. 98,312 minus 50 times 210. Alright, with BODMAS, we solve whatever there's in the bracket first. After that, we solve the multiplication and the division problems. Then, only we solve the addition and the subtraction ones. Okay? So now, look at this question. We have a minus and a times over here. So, we should solve this part first. We can actually add our own brackets. So, since we want to solve this segment first, I will put brackets around it. Copy down this part. Put a bracket there. 210. The brackets will help me to remember to solve it first. Yeah? Now, what is 50 times 210? 210 times 50. Now, when we multiply numbers, put the bigger number on top. That's easier. Okay, now so we have 2 zeros here. So just copy down the 2 zeros that is at the back. 1 times 5, 5. 2 times 5, 10. Now, bring it back. Now, the answer is 10,500. Now, it's easier to minus now, right? Let's continue. Write it in vertical form. 10,500. What does it give me? 7, 8, 87,812. That is the answer. Pretty simple, right? How about this next question, which is a little bit more challenging. This is a number line and it's marked with x, 600, and 1050. Find the value of x. Oh dear, how are we going to find the value of x? There's so many missing numbers in there, right? Well, with mixed operation, we can find out the answer. Let's try. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the number line here. This is x and this is 600. There are 2 more intervals in between and the last one is 1050. Okay, now, can you tell me how many intervals are there from 600 to 1050? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 intervals here, right? 3 intervals. Now, I would like to know how big is each interval. So, can you suggest to me the operations that I should use? How can I find one interval? I will take, okay, so to get one interval, I will take 1050 minus 600. That should give me the total for the 3 intervals, right? 1050 minus 600, which is for these 3 intervals. Now I want to get one interval, so I will divide this, the difference, by 3. That should give me the amount for one interval. Now let's solve this first. Okay, 1050 minus 600, what is it? 5, 4. Okay, 450. We have to divide it by 3, yeah? So, 450 divided by 3. If you're good with your multiplication table, this shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay? And you bring down 15. 15 divided by 3, 5. 5 times 3, 15 minus. Okay, remember what I told you about the common error? When the number cannot be divided, we must still write a 0 over here, yeah? Minus 0. Okay, so our answer is 150. That is the amount for one interval. Now, let's go back to the number line. We know that as the number line moves to the right, the number increases. It adds on. To move one space to the back, one interval backwards, that is to minus. So, since x is before 600, it is one interval before. One interval. So, we should take 600 plus or minus the amount for one interval, which is 150. So, we can say that x is 600 minus 150, which is... Got the answer already? X is 450. Isn't it fun to play with mixed operations? Now let's take a break. You've done a great job, everybody. I have a brain teaser question for you. It's brain teaser time! Now take a look at this question, boys and girls. You are running in a race for your school's sports day. You overtake the second person. Now, what position do you finish? Sounds easy. You're running in a race for your school sports day and you overtake the second person. What position do you finish? First? Third? Second? What is the answer? I'm going to reveal the answer to you. The answer is second position. But why? Well, you see, it is explained like this. You're running in a race and there is one person in front of you who is at the second place. Number 1 is in front of him. And you run and you overtake this person. That makes you number 2 now. You're at the second position and this person who is actually number 2 is now number 3. So that makes you the second place winner. Isn't that easy? Now, let's get back on to our lesson. I have a few questions for you to try. Now grab your pen and paper ready. I'm going to give you the first question right now. Copy this down. 7,000 divided by 20 times 16 equals 7,000 divided by 20 times 16 equals... Okay, remember whether you should go ahead or remember board mass, yeah? Now, question number 2. 5,381 plus t minus 209 equals 8,123. What is the value of t? Okay, just to give you a clue, remember that subtraction is the inverse of addition. Okay, if you need to, you can draw out the biscuit, the big biscuit that we used in our previous lessons. Okay, got the question already? Now, one last one. Okay, copy down the diagram. The diagram shows a number line. Find y plus 20. Find y plus 20. You can use the same method that we used just now, okay? But remember, the question wants you to find y plus 20. We will check the answers together in the next lesson. So be sure before you tune in, do all your questions and we'll check them together, alright? Okay, boys and girls, let's recap what we've learned today. Mixed operation is a lot of fun, isn't it? Now, when we have a question with addition and subtraction, they are related, right? So we go ahead and solve the problem from left to right. And when we have a question with division and multiplication, since they are related, we can also go ahead and solve the problem from left to right. However, if we have a question that has either plus and or minus and times or divide, we have to stop we have to think of BODMAS, bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, right now, boys and girls, it's time for us to stop the lesson and say bye-bye!